Here is why gratitude doesn't work for me and what works instead. So, if you are in the spiritual community, the manifestation community, the human community, then you have heard about gratitude. Make a gratitude list. Be grateful, be grateful, be grateful. Make a gratitude list. And when I do that, it is pretty hit or miss. Sometimes I feel it, I connect with it. I'm like, oh, yeah. And it gets me in that yummy feeling. And then sometimes I do it and it's just like writing lines and it's dumb and it's like, well, I could need to come up with one more thing. I did a class with someone and they were like, do 111 gratitudes, do it until you feel it. And I did over 100 and I was like, I'm not feeling it. So, gratitude lists can feel tedious, laborious, like you're in school. And I'm going to tell you the two things that I do instead that actually help me feel that feeling. The first one I use in my money class, and I'm going to give you the example in terms of money, but you can do it with other things as well. So it is a gratitude for receiving money, or you can use it as a gratitude for spending money. I'm going to use it on spending, and I like to use this in terms of something you don't really like a bill that you don't like to pay, for example. And I'll give you the one for me. So mine is my phone bill. It always seems too much. Like I'm one person on the plan and I know people on multiple person plans who do not have this experience of having to pay this much. Like they pay half per person or something. Like it just feels wild to me. So I have a lot of feelings about it, right? If you can't tell. And I'm going to give you the amount of money, it's less now, but I'm going to give you the amount of money that I was paying at the time when I started doing this exercise. So this is how it went. Money. Thank you for the $112 to pay my phone bill. Now, that statement alone, that's kind of where the old gratitude way stops. And I probably at that time, obviously I'm laughing about it now, at at my resentment around it, but back in the day when I started this, that probably would have been just enough to like bring up my resentment. So I want to actually connect to it. I want to connect to why I fucking care that I am paying my phone bill, right? So, money. Thank you for the $112 to pay my phone bill because my phone helps me to travel, not have to worry about directions, be able to communicate with the people I care about the most, be able to look up anything I want at any given moment in time, which is often, be able to check out in the evenings by either playing games or scrolling on social media, being able to post my own stuff, being able to record videos of things that I care to record. Um, it's my videographer, it's my editor, it's my travel agent. I mean, when I start to list all the things that I do with my phone, then it starts to shift that energy up, and I can feel it doing it now. Like I can feel myself connecting to the value. So that's one way. And again, you don't have to do it with money. It could be like, thank you for this time I have in the morning because I got to take my dog for a walk to a new park in the fog and the drizzling rain in this new city on this 2-mile loop and discovered this gorgeous garden and took a funny detour that felt like we were going to be in trouble, but then found a solution and found a place to park. and then come home and do some breathing and then remember that I've been thinking about creating this video for 2 days. It keeps bobbing up in my mind, so I'm going to create this video. And then I was able to get myself some coffee and some water and some breakfast. And I just love all this juicy, yummy time in the morning. So there's like whatever you're grateful for, and then what does that thing give you? Like, what else does that thing give you? What other value does that have? What does that allow you to connect with? Who does that allow you to be? Um, what feeling does it allow you to experience? So that's a way to take it a little deeper. So you could try that. The other thing that gives me the same experience as a gratitude list without it being a gratitude list is gazing upon beauty. And I I find beauty the most in mountains, trees, and water, particularly the combination of green things. So, the walk that I went on this morning with my dog, while it was cloudy and a little foggy and drizzling rain, through these lush, gorgeous, booming, beautiful, bountiful trees and this beautiful garden. And there were lots of people, which isn't my preference, but they were on the outer walk and I was on the inner walk. So it kind of felt like, a little bit of privacy or what have you. And on these walks, like I listen to podcasts and stuff, but I'm not looking at my phone. I'm looking around and I'm drinking in beauty with my eyes. I'm drinking in all this beauty with my eyes. And all I have to do is look up to the tops of the trees or look down towards the flowers or watch my dog. When I was living somewhere and my dog and I would go on regular walks, but not necessarily to beautiful locations, just watching her be in joy, watching her bounce around and be excited and sniff and have her tail up. And I mean, she's almost 14 years old and she still embodies so much joy and lightness when she's in those moments. So drinking in this is how I feel it, but drinking in beauty with my eyes, gazing upon beauty. And that could be different for you, maybe fashion is beautiful or cities are beautiful or people are beautiful. And I mean, you could go look at them in real life or you could cultivate that on your phone in some way or however you want to do it. But that brings me into that same feeling. And it is gratitude, but it's not manufactured. I don't have to like try to go find it. It just happens inside of me because of my environment. So, if you've been struggling with gratitude and you have an idea that you might need some gratitude in your life, and maybe I'll say why would you need gratitude in your life? I mean, it's easy to forget, even if you are in the manifestation or spiritual or human communities. Like, why do we need gratitude in our lives? Well, the world that we live in has a significant amount of compression in it and a significant amount, excuse me, and a significant amount of information overload and just inundation. And a lot of it is not amazing. And there's a lot of survival out there, and there's a lot of like, oh my God, I need. The world sucks, the world sucks, the world sucks, the world sucks. I'm afraid. Everybody, the world is terrible, the world is terrible, the world is crumbling, the world is crumbling, the sky is falling. It's really easy to find those messages. And it's also really easy to find people who tell you that if you're not paying attention to those messages, then you are being ignorant. And those messages are there. And you know what else is there? So much space, so much possibility. When you're in that world, the possibilities have compressed. You can't find them. When you're overwhelmed, when you're inundated, when you're afraid, possibilities are not available to you in the same way. I want to just say they're not available to you. So, gratitude, spaciousness, appreciation, beauty, all of that is coming back into the present moment. All of that is coming back into yourself. And there's somebody I've just recently started listening to, and I really appreciate her channel. Um, I'm not going to directly quote her or say that I fully agree with this, but I like the way it feels when she says it. Like it transmits something that's very, like, that is truth. And it's along the lines of you are source. All of that other noise is shadow. And when you're locked into that place, you're locked into like what isn't. And so coming back to what is, coming back to source, coming back to wholeness, coming back to completion, coming back to the place where things, from which things spring like water. That is when infinite possibility opens. So no matter what channel you're tuned to, whether you're like, I'm overwhelmed at work, or the world is crumbling, or I just want to ignore everybody and hide in a hole or walk into the woods. Like it doesn't kind of matter what program might be running when you're in the negative place, when you're in the negative space. But gratitude, beauty, wholeness, presence brings you back and opens up potential. That is where your potential lies. So if you can do that, if you can bring yourself back to potential by thanking the fucking morning for giving you the opportunity to sit and breathe for a minute, thanking the trees for being the most beautiful, bountiful, incredible beasts on the planet, thanking money for the check that you get every 2 weeks reliably so that you can reliably have other things in your life. Like maybe you want more, but like what do you get to have reliably because of the money that you receive right now? What choice do you get to make with the time that you have available right now? How do you get to feel in the relationships that you choose? You know, like come into that. How much privilege is it to get to watch videos like this? I mean, mine especially, of course, but just be able to access at any moment at the couple of key clicks. That was old school. Keyboard clicks. A couple of key clicks and step into something that helps you feel a little bit better or reconnects you to yourself. So come into that place and you get to soften and come into a little bit more and you get to soften a little bit more. And when you soften, the edges and the corners dull. Have some breath. You can feel your body. You can hear your own thoughts. Or you can feel your own barrier to your thoughts instead of somebody else's. And then you have a little more choice, and a little more choice, and a little more choice, and a little more choice. Gratitude, presence, beauty.